Can you remember, Raymond, what the town was like when you were young? Like when you and your wife were raising your family? Were there a lot of stores here and
A lot of stores.
or any stores that you remember?
Well, yes, where Paul Tuvilla lives was a store.
Right.
And then across the road was Bailey's store, Lloyd Austin.
Mm-hmm.
He had a store right there at the corner. So there was 3 stores right here.
Was it easy enough to get everything you needed for the farm and for the family, or sometimes did you go to Prattsville or Cobleskill?
Probably Stanford more than Prattsville.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you would, and I'm not, the feed has always come from Stanford, I believe.
Yeah.
For the cows and what have you.
So when did you start getting involved with the fire department?
Somewhere around 1966, I would say.
Wow, how old would you have been?
Probably 16, 17.
And that's when the old firehouse was used.
Yeah.
So what was it like back then, attending fires when you're only 16 years old?
You did hose duty. You learned,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned from Lawrence Fancher. So.
Did you? Yeah. But what was it like? Did you have to, what kind of trucks were you using back then?
An old 36, which Gary Case has up in his garage up there,
Uh-huh.
which was an open cab.
Did you have a good crew?
Do we have a good crew? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's still strong today, the fire department. And now your son Tom is chief, right?
Yeah.
Were you chief at one time?
Yeah.
Were you? How did you maintain people interested in the fire department? Because it sounds like a hard job.
It is a hard job, but you got to promote that they're saving their house as well. You learn how to fight, you learn how to do, and then you learn how to save your house so that your house don't catch on fire.
Right. What about using ponds? Because we're all out in the middle of nowhere here with our places. Did you use a lot of ponds to try to pump water so you could put out a fire?
Probably creeks more than ponds.
Okay.
I don't think there was as many ponds as there is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have ponds here and there, but I also think the creeks have gone down as far as amount of water.
Right.
And I have no theory on that.
Okay. Can you tell us about the ambulance service in Conesville? How did that start?
That started because there was an accident down by Tommy Hughes. It was a very terrible accident. And that's when Tommy Hughes came to me and said, because I was involved with the fire company quite a bit, and he says, we need to get an ambulance. And I said, I agree. And so we worked very hard to raise money to buy our first ambulance.
Really? So the town raised them. How did you raise the money?
Just by going around to people and getting money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the town had nothing to do with it other than the people in the town.
We're getting the money.
Did some fundraisers.
So was it kind of the fire department team got involved with doing the ambulance piece?
It took a while.
Did it? Well, plus
Fire
you had to
department
find.
didn't want no part of the ambulance. Our ambulance was housed in Manriquil for quite a few years in the old creamery.
Oh, really? Okay. And how did you staff that ambulance? How'd you get people to volunteer to be on the ambulance crew?
Well, we got people to take first aid courses and then EMT. And Tommy Hughes was one of the big leaders. And I was behind him, and we got enough, and we went to classes. And Tommy and I both drove every time so that we could go take the people so they didn't have an excuse to stay home.
Okay.
That's one way.
And what about how did you how did you set up that system so you could be notified? Was that an expensive thing to be able to buy those? I'm not sure what you call them.
Miniatures?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Each one of us bought our own first one.
Did
And then we got the fire department. Then when they got bigger, we got the fire department to go along and buy the miniatures, the new miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
And so
And what was the building, you know, the old fire department? What was that? Did you have to turn it into a fire department, or was it just a barn at the time?
that was, the old firehouse was always a firehouse.
Oh, it was built as a firehouse. And but yet the ambulance was, you used the creamery down there. Were a lot of the same people on both teams?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you had, same people.
Yeah.
People who took the first aid courses and what have you were on the ambulance.
Yeah. Have you seen a big change in getting people to volunteer? I know we don't have an ambulance at the moment, but they're working on it. But it's harder.
It's very hard to get people to join it. Not because of anything except the classes you have to have now.
Mm-hmm.
And they make you, and so that takes a lot of time.
You should be really proud, though, aren't you, that you started that? I mean, it takes people like you and that Tommy Hughes to put that together and get people interested, and
It took a lot of effort there
I bet.
and a lot of dedication because we did most of the work, and if we took them to classes or tried to get classes here.
Mm-hmm. And then you drove all the calls for a while anyway. Did you find back then it took you very long to get everybody down to the firehouse and get to where you had to go?
It depended
Yeah.
on, like if there was a call and I was out in the field, it's going to take me longer.
Yeah, of course.
And if we tried to have people who were right in town that were doing things in town to cover during the daytime, so like Paul and Holly's store, I was trying to think of some other people that worked right here in the village that made to start the call.
Right. Were you ever involved in any of the natural disasters that happened, any of the floods or?
Flood of 50 took our barn,
Did it?
took the back part right up to where the gutter was, where the cows stood. That was all gone. And the cows stood on just a platform, and if it stepped off, it would have choked them to death. We took out a stanchial and then moved them up to Harry Fancher's barn to be milked, because that was all flooded there.
Did everybody help each other during that time?
Did what?
Did your neighbors help?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, if you went to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Did it affect the downtown, the Main Street, that flood in 50?
Yeah, well, yes. It didn't here, but when you go, it's Champlain Road. But the word was during the election and what have you, it was called Brooklyn Street because they paved part of it.
Oh, that's why they call it Brooklyn Street.
So anyway, there was two houses on the creek side, and they're both gone. If you've had Lawrence here, he probably told you his father's garage was there, and they lost everything.
Right. Right.
So Aunt Beatty is, we call her aunt, but that is my grandmother's sister.
Okay.
His mother's
Sister.
And so we were all on a party line, right? And so I pick up the phone as a teenager, and my great aunts would be Aunt Mabel, who was Harry Fancher, lived up where Carlos's horses are, up on Brand Road, and Beatty Fancher here on top of the hill, and Elsie Buell down at the main farm. We're all on a party line. how they chose those party lines, I'm not really sure.
But that must have been hard if you got, when you're trying to call people to get on your ambulance or your fire crew and you've got a party line. Yeah, I bet. I can't even imagine that when you're trying to do something or call because you're having a baby or whatever, and then you've got a party line and you got to get some. Of course, everybody can listen in, right? So
Yeah, they all know the door.
Once you make a phone call, then once you're talking to someone, then all of those other people can pick up the phone and they're like, oh, that's Elsie talking. And then they just continue to listen.
So what did you and the people in the town and your wife do for fun when you were young? Were there dances or?
Yes, there were some dances. We had quite a few dances that we don't have anymore. Both my wife and I, we did square dancing.
Did you?
So we went to a lot of square dances. And of course, we had square dances here. Well, when they called it summer days.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it in the firehouse. And then at night we had square dancing, we had music and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 5 sets of people, 5 different sets for squares out in the middle of the road, plus in the firehouse, in our pad.
And each square is 4 couples?
Yep.
You know, the Historical Society has started that up. Mary's working on a grant. We're going to have one this summer. And we're going to use it with Firehouse. Or Fire Team. Yeah. We're going to
It'd be a lot better with this firehouse. With that firehouse, if you can imagine that firehouse being set up and we had 4 sets inside
Yeah.
and 3 sets out on the road.
That's a lot. That's great, though, to have that whole gang.
Oh,
And
yeah.
who played the music? Did you bring in people from outside, or did people in town play?
There was some that played in town.
Did they?
Bob Dowitz was one.
Oh,
Then I was trying to think.
Was it Audrey Tompkins?
Audrey played, yes.
Yeah.
Audrey played. Yeah, Audrey, and there was another one too.
was Bradley Case the caller?
Bradley did call him
He did. Yeah.
on his, where he played.
Oh, he played
with
it.
him.
Oh, okay. Well, when we do it this summer for the town, most of us have to learn. We don't know how to do it.
You don't know how to square it.
No, I learned it in high school. I don't remember. So you have to join
All you
us.
gotta remember is all them lessons, and you go right.
So the other thing that would really help us is, what kind of changes have you seen in the Conesville over the years?
What changes have I seen?
Yeah. Does it seem crowded? Like a lot more homes?
Well, the biggest change we have is that the farms are pretty well all divided up
Mm-hmm.
into what I call city people that have moved. Did I hit home with that?
Well, I'm thinking that where I live used to be part of the Castle Farm. It was what Claude Castle.
Yeah.
I think it was DeLoss was his father. And there weren't many places when we first moved, but now it's just full. It's all broken up into little 5-acre plots.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And South Mountain Road Bradley sold a lot of land off in 5 acres
Yeah.
towards that other end.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
in the 1920s, there was 120 dairy farms here.
Wow.
Where did you find that information?
Well, that's in, what's her name's book? Bee's book.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And now there's not a single, I don't believe there's any dairy farms. No one's hauling milk.
Ernie Sutton confirmed that too. He said it was sad. I think Billy Tompkins was the last person to even have any cows.
Oh,
in his-
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that completely changed in your lifetime,
Yeah.
the whole dairy industry.
Yeah.
And we had dairy cows, Dad, until, do you remember when?
No.
In 1989.
Oh.
Mm.
See, she remembers.
She's great to have around, isn't she?
And then we went to beef.
Now, did you get involved with like legislation or anything for the dairy farms back when you were really active
I did.
in politics at all
I did.
for the agriculture or anything like that?
No, not when I was young.
Yeah. I remember the regulations changed a lot. Gary Case had told us, like what using copper pipe versus
Yeah.
then going to glass, or I forget the different. Did you
Yeah.
have to do those changes as
Yeah.
they came along?
Yeah. Had to do those changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You used to have a milk pail that you carried around, poured it in a milk can,
Mm-hmm.
and then you know, took it to the creamery.
How did you find out about the changes that you had to do?
Oh, the milk people came.
Did they?
And that's how, you know, they were very strict.
Hmm.
So,
Inspectors.
And they'd give you so much time to bring it up to date.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's hard, and you have to do the work yourself usually too, running all that different lines of pipe and.
Yes, but I think like in our barn, we had it all done for us.
Good. Did you have the electric, where you put the things on the udder that you weren't just always milking by hand?
No.
Milking machines?
Milk machines, yeah.
So you had a pretty up-to-date operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you switched to milking machines? You said as a child you did it by hand. When did, I mean, in general, like, or how old you were when you started to use milking machines?
I would say somewhere probably 8 years old, somewhere in there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Did you have a garden too, always
Oh, yeah.
on the farm?
Oh, yeah.
So pretty self-sufficient. You had
Yeah.
your own animals, you had your own milk, you had your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you can?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More canning than it's done today.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to do, but it's so great that when you have it.
Well, it takes a lot of time. A lot of time.
Yeah. Did you have a fruit cellar or a cellar where you kept all your canned goods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all downstairs in the cellar.
Mm-hmm. And one other thing we like to ask everybody is, what mentors or people that kind of showed you the ropes, like you mentioned Lawrence Fancher helped you with the fire department, but other people in town that either you looked up to or that helped you?
Oh, there were numerous people. We had, when you're in a small town like this, you had just about everybody, and you chatted back and forth and asked questions, and where are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you getting this? And you know,
Sure, to find the best prices or whatever.
best prices and what have you.
Yeah.
And I think back then there was more people working together. One farm working with another one.
Really? To help, like, do the hay,
Yep,
that type of stuff.
yep. Like Bradley Case had the baler, and we had him bale a lot of hay. I can remember raking it with a dump rake and he baling it. And that was all up on the Bear Kill farther.
And what about taking care of the animals, like the veterinarians? You did a lot of the work yourself, right? Medicating them, and what was that like?
That's some of the hardest part. and you don't use much medication unless you absolutely had to.
Mm-hmm.
Tuberculosis and that was all done by a vet that I
And-
can remember.
Where did your vet come from?
Stanford.
Stanford. So Stanford was sort of the big hub for a lot of the agriculture
Stanford
stuff.
was a big place.
Yeah.
It's no longer like it was. Well, in Great Gorge there was a feed dealer too.
Was there?
Right there, when you come off on Route 30, if you look straight across the road, and I think there's a beauty shop there now.
Right. Right.
That used to be a grain store.
So, all in all, what would you say all your life? I mean, you raised great kids. You've been here a long, long time. What did you like? What do you think Conesville's best about?
What I think, Conroe,
What do you like about it?
it's quiet. It ain't so quiet anymore because we have so many city people. Hate to say that, but you take the number of cars that go by now
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how the land is divided up. I've been assessor, I don't know, many years,
Oh, you were.
and now I'm on the review board. And the land all divided up in these 5-acre plots, and that is one of the worst things, but people needed the money, so because everything is outside of this area, there's nothing here that they can go work or bring money into. So they need the money because they have to drive somewhere else to
Sure.
get to work.
Right. And a lot of the farms were large, so selling off a few parcels
Yeah.
did the trick. Were you involved at all with the watershed?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's been a big thing.
So the only other thing is, Dad, when you quit dairy farming, right? What happened then?
Well, Daddy retired, and then my grand and I took over the farm, and then we bought where up the road,
LeGrand's house.
my
But
grand's house.
you and LeGrand farmed it.
Yeah.
And then when you stopped dairy farming, right, because it was no longer profitable, and you got rid of the dairy cows, then what did you do next?
We sold hay for a couple of years and that, and you know, I'm not quite sure what we all did.
Well,
We started raising beef
Oh, you did?
or dairy cows, not dairy cows, but the heifers and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
you went and became emergency
Yeah,
management.
oh yeah, I became emergency manager
You did?
for Schoharie County. I've forgotten about that.
Just one of your many jobs.
Yeah.
And what was that like? What did you have to do for that?
You had to plan for disasters.
For
See
the-
where disasters were going to be. Like, okay, back when I was on there, because I lived here, my job was to watch the reservoir every night that I come home,
Mm-hmm.
because that was some of the time when the country was, you know, and they were worried about the dam being blown up.
Oh, after 9/11?
Yeah.
What disasters happened, Dad, while you were emergency management coordinator?
Blum. When
Oh.
Blum blew up.
Wow. That was a
That was not easy. That was
So
not-
walk us through, how did you handle that?
Well, at the time when that blew up, I had gone down to Newburgh for training. So I got a call the very first day I was there. They got a call in the air because people knew where I was. I got a call in there, and I and Betty Lou came home hurriedly, and we went right to Blenheim. And she did the paperwork, helped people who was hurt, who wasn't hurt, what houses were destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out trying to keep things moving along because we had about 5 different fire departments there who were doing a great job. That was one of the worst things that I've seen.
Then when you're in management like that, do you have the role also after the fact of, I don't know, whether, to help people rebuild, knowing who was displaced and needed a place to stay? Did the management group do that as well?
Yeah, that was, we set up so, and I forgot what, I believe it was the Best Western where we sent people
Mm-hmm.
down in Cobleskill and set that all up.
So did you travel quite a bit for those meetings and to,
Oh yes.
where would those be?
Oh, I'd been to Newburgh meetings, Albany, Saratoga. Then like when we had the meetings there for when Blenheim grew up, they were all closed. We had those in Schoharie
Mm-hmm.
because that was the biggest place that we could.
Right. That had to be such a big event to try to take care of.
Yeah, the biggest problem was taking care of the people who got burned out.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the one that got burnt very badly because he was trying to direct traffic because he already knew what was wrong.
Did the people in town have any awareness that I can't remember now, if that pipeline was underneath the town?
It really wasn't underneath the town.
Oh, okay.
It was up on the road, it's still there.
Okay.
But it broke, and because the gas was heavier than air, it came down and settled right down in the village. So that's why most of the damage was from there down into the village.
Right. Oh, okay.
And that job is a political appointment.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
so he only had that job for several years before.
Yeah. Then parties changed.
The
Yeah.
changed.
And then who's doing that appointing? Is that the governor?
No, it was a supervisor.
Supervisor
So
of the county.
he only stayed in that job for a couple years, which is kind of disappointing.
It is, because you you get into it and understand all the networking,
Right.
and
It
then
took him it took a while to become, accustomed to the job and learn all the
Sure.
stuff, right? And then because the parties changed, his job changed. So then what did you do after that, Dad?
Then I came home.
Okay, you came home, and what was your next job? Did you go work for Bosie's?
Oh yeah, I went to work for Bosie's.
wow.
It's good she's here.
So what did you do for Bosie's?
I was an aide in the heavy equipment and operation.
Ah, and where was that? Was that the Schoharie one?
No, this was at the Grand Gorge.
Nice. So you taught that's such a popular program today. My neighbor's children are in that program at Bosie's to learn how to operate that
Heavy
big equipment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig Tucker.
Is that the teacher?
You have to ask him. Yeah, Craig.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that work? Working with the kids?
Yes, I really did enjoy that. It was great to be able to teach, and I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the kids learned what they were supposed to,
Yeah.
but I mean, we did logging. We got so we were doing logging. And I'm not sure whether they do that anymore or not.
And you taught them how to make maple syrup, Dad?
Yeah.
Did you do maple syrup at your farm too?
Yeah, oh yes,
Oh, you did.
oh yes. If you go on the Bear Kill, well, where Fancher Road goes on, just up there a little bit was our shop house, just right by that little creek.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we made our maple syrup.
Are you still doing it?
Oh yeah. But now we're doing it up where Tom lives.
Mm-hmm.
Whole different setup. It's not an open pan where you sit and watch. And then get the pan so that, you know, you boil and you boil and you boil, and your pan is long and wide, and you gotta get so that you get it close to syrup, all that, and then draw it off.
Wow. So how long were you at Bosie's? A long time?
How many years?
25 years.
Was it 25?
I believe so.
That is.
Okay.
Oh, what a difference you must have made. That's great. 25 years and then you retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any jobs after that?
No.
Okay.
Back on the farm.
Back on the farm. Well, I can't thank you enough, Raymond, for coming today to talk to us. You've had quite a life. It really, all of the things that you've accomplished are amazing. Are you in contact still with the Bosie's people?
Yes. Craig, yes.
Yeah,
I miss the kids
I bet.
because we used to, you know, we had maple syrup, and we did maple syrup there, and we had sap bushes down on Roxbury, down in Roxbury.
Mm-hmm.
So first along, I was allowed to take them there. Then the higher ups said, "You can't do that. You don't have a license for that. You worry about too many different stuff that isn't going to matter."
Right.
And but then we did all that kind of maple syrup,
Mhm.
candy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very. They're still doing that today.
Did the students sell it, right? Because
Yeah.
I bought some from the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
at Bosie's. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's quite a big thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You have to have it. The teaching of the maple syrup. The kids have got to be willing to work there and sit out there and do other things than try to smoke. That was our biggest problem,
Oh, okay.
because you were in a building and maybe there was one or two people out there watching at that particular point, and the rest of them were all in class somewhere or out doing something else. And but that was one of the biggest problems. You had to get so you trusted them and say no smoking,
Right. Right.
because nobody was in there other than them.
Yeah. They didn't realize how dangerous that was.
Well, it wasn't so dangerous. It's dangerous to their health. That's as
Yeah.
far as I was
Right.
concerned.
Right. Right.
So, but we did quite a bit of maple syrup there at school.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell a difference between everybody's different maple syrup, the stuff you do on your property, and do you taste a lot of it?
There's not so much difference in taste if they cook it to where it should be, or if they keep boiling it and keep adding to it and boil it and keep adding to it instead of getting it down. It changes color, and then it becomes stronger, and it comes stronger at the end of the season.
The gentleman who was hauled milk, and he wanted to go on vacation during the summer, and so you hauled milk for him.
Yeah.
At age 16, 136 cans.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot how many actual miles that was that I drove every morning.
Wow.
I was at his place, which was over in
Mosquito Point.
Mosquito Point. I drove there, be there at 5 o'clock in the morning to grab the truck to go start. And I didn't get done till about 1 o'clock because we delivered right here in Manriquille.
Uh-huh.
And see, took our milk up there, and that's how, and the guy says, will you run my milk run? I says, well, yeah, I guess I will.
Wow, that's a lot.
But that was 136 cans, and that was double decked. And you can imagine that creamery was quite busy.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it got so that more people went to bulk, and then that did away with the creamery,
Right.
which is a sad thing when you stop and think about it, but it's a good thing. It's good and bad.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at it, when the creamery closed, you probably lost a lot of farms here,
That's what I was going to say.
and farms that were delivering from here that were outside of our town.
Right. Right.
And they didn't go to bulk. That's when I think a lot of farms started splitting up.
Yeah, it definitely had an impact, didn't it, on the dairy farms?
Oh yeah. There's no more dairy farms.
So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Raymond.
Yeah.